Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Scaly Bones back to you with another cycling video, and today we're going to talk about something: pedals. What types of pedals should I use when I'm new to road riding? Now, as you've seen in some other videos, I have speed play cleats, speed play pedals, and that's what I use on my road bike. Simply because they are double-sided, pretty easy to enter or clip into. So that's what I use. But if you're new to road cycling and you're new to clipless pedals, what type of pedal and cleat do I recommend for any type of riding, whether it be mountain biking or road riding? And this is the type of pedal that I recommend. And this is what we call a CrankBrothers, as you can see right there. These are CrankBrothers, and these are their Eggbeater cleat. Pedal, and they're called Eggbeaters simply because they look like an Eggbeater, old-fashioned style Eggbeater that your mom used to have, like this, that type of thing, or a mixing bowl beater, something like that. So how these work, pretty simple. This is a spring mechanism here, and what it does is it allows these springs to open up in any direction. That way, this way. So you have 4 entry points. Okay. Now your cleats. Now, even though these are a road shoe, and I wouldn't necessarily recommend using a road shoe if you're new to cycling, just because a mountain bike shoe is going to have some tread on here, and it's going to kind of hide this cleat a little bit, and so when you walk around, you're not going to be clomping around on this cleat, and you're not going to damage the cleat. But for the purpose of showing you, since I do not have my mountain bike shoes here with me at this time, I wanted to still be able to make this video. So I was able to take my Louis Garneaus, and as you can see, they not only have the 3 holes for mounting standard road cleats, they do have the 2 holes for mounting mountain bike SPD cleats or whatever. This is what the bracket looks like, and that would be inside the shoe. Those came out from my black soled ones. So, and simply put, all that you have, just so you see here, you have this tiny little base shim with some little pieces of almost like some little spikes there that jut out, and you put that down on this part of the sole, and then you put this part over it because you don't want this metal digging into there and slipping around. And then this goes onto the back of this, like so. Some people will put them this way. They think, oh, they go like this, and then that prevents it from moving around, but it's not. It's supposed to be like this. So as you can see, I have these on there right now, and the only difference is, and I don't have them here with me, there's supposed to be this little almost like a washer that goes in there and allows for these inset screws to bolt in there flush. And I don't have those right now. These were just an extra set of cleats I had lying around, but for the sake of this video, I just wanted to kind of show you this. So this would be your pedal, and of course you're going to have right and left, I believe. Hold on here. I don't know if it matters on these. I was trying to look for right or left on the pedals, but I don't think with the CrankBrothers it actually matters. So what's going to happen is you're going to, the shoe is going to actually clip into the pedal like so, and this is kind of hard off of a bike when you're not on a bike, but that's how the cleat and the shoe will clip into the pedal, and it will sit in there like that. As you can see, that's in there pretty sturdy. It's not coming out. This shoe is not going to come out of here. And then how you release your shoe is by turning your shoe, if you can see it from this direction, if the pedal is attached, I'm going to take my shoe and I'm going to twist it out, and it's going to come loose. Okay, so, and as you can see there, not having that washer there really makes a detriment. These are going to spin about quite a bit. So, but that's how pretty much these type of pedals and cleats work. The nice thing about CrankBrothers or a mountain bike cleat for that matter is the fact that when you go to let's see, I'm trying to figure this out here. Yeah, when you go to enter in, instead of looking down and actually having to position this perfectly like this, you can roll this, you come forward like this, and as you'd see, you would just slide your foot over the pedal, see, and then you just clip in like that. So now I'll show you with the other pair of shoes. I'll show you how you put the cleats on. They're pretty easy. So you're going to take the cleat, just kind of take the cleat like this. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this the other way around. Is that spun? I'm going to try it without that shim. I don't know if this will work that well because of the fact, so I've never tried these cleats on the shoes before, these Louis Garneaus, but installation's pretty simple. Normally you just take that shim, you put it under there, and then the 2 bolts, they will actually, they'll adjust back and forth. Get 1 bolt in, partially started. There we go. Look at that. So if you want to adjust forward, you slide the whole mounting bracket forward like that, and if you want to slide side to side, you do that. But for the sake of the show, I just want to get these tightened down here, because I just want to get these on here, kind of give you an idea. Like I said, these are going to probably slip a little bit because they do not have that washer there. So it's not going to allow me to truly tighten these down as much as I would like to. Because once you have that washer there, you can really crank on these and get them torqued down. And then the bumps that are in the back of the cleat or the shim are going to bite down into the sole of the shoe, and it's going to make a good contact point. Pretty much what you're doing is, like I said, when you're riding, look at it from a side profile, you're coming in like this, and you're sliding in. You're sliding over like that. It's kind of hard to do it, like I said, off the bike. But when you slide in, you're catching the pedal like so. And then, if I can clip this on, there we go. The spring, there is no spring tension adjustment on the CrankBrothers, on any of their pedals. Now they have a number of different pedals, by the way. They have what's called they have a set called Candies, which are identical to this, except they have a tiny, tiny, small little platform. They have the Eggbeaters, which are this style, which are very low profile. Then they also have what's called, they actually have a platform pedal, which is a platform and still have this. It's called the Mallet. And those are the 3 main types that they have. Then, like I said, just get out of them. You just twist. Now you could twist in if you really wanted to, but you just twist out like that. So you just twist the shoe heel out, and it's going to unclip. And that's how you clip out of these things. So to clip in, pretty simple. You're kind of sliding your foot along the bottom I start from here, the tip of my toe, and I would slide along the bottom. Now it seems a little slick with this type of shoe because it is a harder sole shoe than what you're going to get with a mountain bike shoe. But if you get yourself a set of Shimano mountain bike shoes, soles, they have this sole, but they have some rubber on there. It makes it a little bit easier to run your foot over there, and it just clip right in. And so if you're just starting out on a bike and you don't want to use cheap platform pedals, I mean, if you're going to use platform pedals, I recommend you getting some aluminum platform pedals. The plastic ones are typically going to break. The metal ones that have the spikes on them, if you slip and you are wearing shorts and your foot slips off of that in wet condition, your leg can go against that steel and cut yourself on it. So I don't like the platforms that got the serrated little edges on them that are steel. They make all kinds of companies make some great platform pedals that work really good. And what I would recommend is CrankBrothers. In fact, let me see here if I can look this up real quick for you. But CrankBrothers makes what they call a mallet pedal. And it is great for if you don't know if you're going to be wearing clipless shoes or not, if you're going to be wearing cleats. And let's see here. We're going to go here, and I got the website up. Okay, so here we go. Let me zoom in a little bit for you, folks. That's your Eggbeaters. Oops, sorry. And then the candies, that's what the candies look like. So it's pretty much the same, except instead of having this body here, it just has that small little platform body. And then there is your mallets. As you can see, it's a full platform pedal, but it has the clip in the middle, and they start off at $59. That's a really nice thing about CrankBrothers. So zoom back out. Depending on which versions you want, pedals start at $59. And typically the $59 pedals are going to be your aluminum pedal, or sorry, this one is a solid steel. It's a plain steel one, and this was $59. Okay. If you go to stainless steel, or sorry, it's chromoly, which it's a metal alloy. It's a steel alloy. Okay, so chromoly is really heavy. It's heavy duty. It's not going to rust a whole lot. It's a little bit better than steel, and those are typically the $59 ones, I believe. And trying to actually see here on the website. Sorry about this, folks. Chromoly steel, yes. So the spindle material is chromoly steel, the body material is stamped steel. So these are going to be a little bit heavier, and that's what these are. Okay? Then the Eggbeater 2s, they're made out of chromoly steel for the spindle. Cast stainless steel is the body. So the body is going to be stainless steel instead of stamped steel. Okay? And then if you go with the 3, and it's the same for all the pedals, by the way. They're all going to be pretty much the same. The 3 has a forged chromoly steel, cast stainless steel. So it's a slightly better, instead of forged, it's cast, which is lighter. Cast is going to be lighter. And then the Eggbeater 4s are titanium, and they're going to be quite a bit more money. So your titanium are $450, but that's titanium. Okay, so the titanium is never going to rust. They're light, they're super lightweight. And then when you get down into your mallets, or sorry, your candies, Let's see here. I'll zoom back in here on the website. Those first pairs there, the candy ones, those have a plastic body, and then steel springs. Candy 2s, you go to like aluminum, and then stainless steel. They change a little bit, and then the 11s obviously are going to be your titanium, I believe. Yep. So you have two of the 11s. You have the new ones, which I think are completely titanium. Everything, bearings, everything. They probably even have some ceramic stuff in it. Okay, and that's why they're a little bit more money. And the same thing with the mallets. The mallets are going to be pretty much the same makeup. So your $59 ones are pretty much a plastic body, and if you go to $94, you're looking at steel and aluminum and parts like that. But I have also a pair of, let's see here. I have a pair of these right here, candy ones, and they are very good. Yeah, I've had some accidents in them, and I've scuffed them up a bit, but they work really well. Okay, so I recommend them. So I have both right now. The candy ones I have on my mountain bike, and I'm going to be putting these. These is what I started off on my road bike because I was used to using CrankBrothers. And by the way, they're very easy to service. You just open up this piece here, and you can take the bearing out, and you can lube everything, and you can you take this cap off. There's a nut in there. You can take that off, and you can clean and clean everything. There's a little piece of rubber here that keeps the grease from coming out, like a seal, and you can clean and service these. They're pretty easy to work on. So, like I said, this is what I recommend for the first-time riders. Get yourself, if you're a first-time rider, get yourself a pair of CrankBrothers. Whether it be the mallets or the candies. If you're not familiar with clipless pedals, get yourself a pair of mallets. And that way you can use regular shoes until you feel like you want to start clipping in. Get yourself a pair of mountain bike shoes, and that way if you don't want to clip in, you can just put your foot at a different location on the pedal. You can put it like right here, okay, instead of here. But because it's a mallet, it's a big platform pedal, it's not going to hurt the bottom of your... This, as you see, it's just going to slide around if it's not clipped in, okay? Whereas the mallets, they actually have little grooves on it, and it's going to stick to the bottom of your shoe. Now, if you had a heavy or a soled shoe like this, or you have a carbon fiber sole like this, it's not going to work, okay? I would not buy a set of these, a pair of shoes like these, not have cleats on them, and try to ride with them. It's not going to work. You have to wear regular tennis shoes, okay? But they do make what they call touring shoes that are just like a regular pair of tennis shoes. They don't have a very stiff sole. They're made for walking around in. They're not going to be vented like this. And you put a pair of cleats like this on there, and you can ride around with these. Okay, so that's what I would recommend. You know, Shimano makes those. Louis Garneau makes touring shoes, and the touring shoes are typically between $60 and maybe $80 for a pair of touring shoes. So if you're not comfortable when you first get your first road bike or your mountain bike, using clipless pedals, go with a pair of CrankBrothers. You get them very inexpensive. Put them on. You're gonna get high quality anyways. It's gonna be, the bearings are 1,000 times better than any other pedal out there. Short of some, there are some mallet or platform pedals that are specifically designed for downhilling, and they're very high quality, very expensive. But if you're going to do that, go with a pair of CrankBrother mallets. That's just what I recommend, because you have the best of both worlds there. So, and then when you feel comfortable clipping in, you can buy a pair of clipless, or you'll still have the cleats. You throw the cleats on the shoes, whatever shoes you want, whatever shoes you're going to be comfortable with, and then you start riding, and you get comfortable with it. Okay. So typically, one other thing that I do is I set myself up in the middle between two doors with my road bike or with my bike, and you practice clipping in, clipping out. Or if you have a trainer, which it's always good to have a trainer for the winter time or those rainy days. I know where I'm at here in Guam, it's always sunny. It's always nice out except when it's raining. Even when it's raining, it's still warm. But for those days that you want to be outside, you put your bike on your trainer. If you're new to cycling, grab yourself an inexpensive trainer, and then get your pedals on there, get your shoes and your cleats on there, and practice clipping in and out. And then once you've used these, the nice thing is with something like this, when you decide you're going to upgrade like I did with the speed plays, then you don't have a huge investment in some pedals, and you can take these and put them on a mountain bike or something when you get in. So if you're starting off with a road bike and you decide you want to switch over to a mountain bike, these are a great little investment initially because it gets you into clipless pedals, and then you can switch it over to your mountain bike. So that's my recommendations for anyone who wants to get into clipless pedals. In fact, I had a friend of mine, never used clipless pedal, had a really nice road bike, did not ride it all the time, really nice carbon fiber. I'm not sure if I think it was a Scott foil. He went out and spent a big ton of money, got this full pro bike, spent probably $8,000-9,000 on this bike, and he had standard platform pedals. So I told him, go buy. I showed him these pedals, and I said, go get the mallets because it's going to be a platform pedal around this type of clip-in system, and that way you can get used to it. And I showed him, my mountain bike shoes that I had, and he went and got them. And then he called me up a week or two later and said, listen, it's been awesome. Like, it's so easy clipping out of these things. And then if I just want to go on a casual ride with my road bike to the store or something, and I don't want to wear my road shoes or my cycling shoes, I can do it. And the nice thing is with those, you can still find some road shoes like this, like these Louis Garneaus, that you can clip these on. Or you can even get adapter plates that will fit on the bottom of these it will be adapter plate like the speed plate has, but it's for a 2-bolt system. It allows you to put these type of cleats on, which I thought about doing. Instead of going to the speed place, I'd actually thought about doing that, just buying myself a better set of shoes. The problem is I want a dedicated road cleat or road pedal. So that's my recommendation, and probably the best thing you can do. So folks, that's it for me today, and you guys keep on riding. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave it in comments in the comment section below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button.